Hey everybody, it's been, like 24 hours and I'm playing again because I'm having so much fun with the game. In between episodes, you guys let me know that I could update the Ideologian. All I had to do was turn on dev mode. And I totally forgot you can do that. So I just want to show you how to do that real quick, in case any of you want to do that. You just go into general and you can turn on development mode. And then when you go into anyone's Ideologian, right here, there'll be a little dev mode button. You click that, and then you can just go through and click things and edit things. So what I did, I added a few things. I added a role for each kind of role that exists. A lot of these are default names, and I thought you guys could help me come up with better names for these. So like most of these are default. The only ones that are not default are leader is of course Prince Alexander, and the moral guide is Hakim, the pawn shop owner from King's Quest VI. For rituals, I just added a bunch of rituals so that we have more monthly rituals because I think those are really fun. Our funerals, of course, Flair's last match. Some of these are default names, Unified Fiesta, that's a Sky Lantern Festival. We can come up with a name for that. If any of you guys have any good name ideas, I'd love it. But if we have a gladiator duel, it's definitely called Kirk versus Gorn. Dance party is the Fargo Strut. Oh, and relic. We only had one relic before. I decided to add McNeil's Punishment at Heavy SMG because I have kept the generic narrative thing it made for us, the insane thing where it's like a transport driver stopped contributing but kept eating from the common store. I killed him with an SMG. And that was from Bradley McNeil, I guess a founder of our Ideologian. So I made a relic called, that's a heavy SMG called McNeil's Punishment. I thought that was fun. Okay. So if we can come up with some names and everything here, if you guys have any great name ideas that would fit with like wrestling or King's Quest or just good shit in general that would fit in with animal specialist, medical, melee, mining, plants, production, research, or shooting, I would love to hear them. Either than that, I didn't do anything between episodes. I didn't unpause the game, nothing like that. Can we rename the dance party to Mint Chip Shake? Hold on, didn't we already have a name for the dance party? Dance Party's Fargo Strut. Yet not changing that one. Sorry. I'm up for changing Drum Party, Sky Lantern Festival, and Social Festival. Those are all generic names. We can change those ones. But you can't have more than 6 rituals, so I did 6. And this is one of every role type. I think some of these didn't exist before. Like, I don't think Maker and Research and stuff like that existed before. Although, I could be wrong. A shootin' nanny? Oh. Ooh. I don't know for beating that one. Shootin' nanny? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna write that down in my notes section here. You can't see my notes section. Shoot nanny. It's like hoot nanny, because we're like, you know, cowboys. Okay, so what are we doing next? We need to make a real prison. Ooh, you know what? In my notes here, this is another thing I should do, right? We don't have housing, we have a kitchen and a freezer. I'll check that off. Dining room. I didn't have that on the list, but I can check that off because we have a dining room now. We don't have a prison, lab, containment room, barracks, workshop, storage, classroom, toxic pack room, greenhouse, temple, throne room. Okay. Sorry, I always keep a list of rooms so that I can quickly check and remind myself, hey, what kind of room should I focus on getting next? Okay. Housing wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm thinking, okay, you guys already know, I'm a big fan of housing where the rooms are 5x5. They don't need to be 5x5 to get like optimal bonuses. I like 5x5 because it's just a little bit more spacious, a little nicer, a little bit more room for art without crowding it, you know? So let's start planning things out a little bit. Now, where do we want this? Because ideally, you don't want your housing super far from the dining room, you know? Because a lot of people are going to be eating before they go to bed or eating first thing in the morning. But that's difficult, because if I build in this direction, I'm building over the road, which feels a little weird. And then also there's all this marshy soil over here, not the greatest for building. If we build over here, I mean, we could move the storage and everything, you know? These buildings are probably not going to stay as a barracks and whatnot. These are just temporary housing until we have better stuff. Let me think. First of all, we'll do purple for the interior of a room. Like, let's hypothetically... Okay, hypothetically, do a few 5x5s here. We'll have, so there's like a wall, 1, 2, 3, a wall, and then here. Cool. That would mean we have walling here-ish. Like this. Okay, this is coming together. Probably want to put a door in the bottom of here for cutting down on travel time. Make sure you add a door. Don't worry, I'm planning that. I'm not gonna forget to put doors on the housing. What's the goal of this game? Whatever you want it to be. There are win conditions, but you don't have to do them. Okay, so we have kind of a structure like this planned out. This is 8 bedrooms total. Obviously, we don't need 8 yet, but I like to always have extra room. This might open up into like a rec room. What I might do here... Let's do 1, 2, something like that. Do I need a door on the bottom there? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So let's say red is doors, right? So doors, 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 or I guess one door there, and then we can wall. Door out into a hall here that goes to the outside. Door here. This can go into some kind of rec room. Maybe a rec room that also has room for some kind of hospital down there. That's not a bad idea. Whereas here, this area will be more of a common rec room. And then door... I don't really need to mark doors, do I? Okay, you know what? That might do for now. That might do for now. Something like that. And I don't hate this placement. It's a little bit of a walk, but like I can make pathing and everything, and it's not all that bad. What else? I feel like I'm not using room here, although... And how would I expand more housing here? Maybe I expand it downwards into here, and then they can walk up more. There would be room for that. Hold on, is this... Okay, no, that's marshy soil. This is fertile soil. And I want to build over fertile... Okay, there's a tiny bit of rich soil there, but that's okay. I don't want to build over a bunch of fertile soil because... Oh, disease, infection. Oh, hey! All of you who were guessing on the poll on the previous stream, of which I just realized I forgot to set up any goals and polls, sorry. Let me just set those up real quick. Yeah, I set up a poll before where people could vote on what tragedy they think would happen first between a wildfire, diseases, people going crazy, and I forget what the other one was. But most people voted for disease. Well, you guys were right, because Arturo here just got an infection in his arm. That's not good. Now, unlike our old boreal forest, healroot does not grow naturally here. So we're gonna have to put a grow zone for healroot. And I kind of want it to be a fairly large one here. There. All right, who woke up? Some of us. Millie girl, get up already. Okay, she's having breakfast. Everyone's starting their day. Soup NATO is tending to the infection, although he might just die of that infection. There might not be a whole lot we can do about that without giving him real medicine, and I don't really want to give him real medicine. Mechanoid signal. Grav engine. Oh, this is related to the new Odyssey stuff. Detected a signal from a mechanoid ship in orbit. The ship has malfunctioned, slowly losing altitude. By falsely responding to the signal, you can make the ship crash land nearby, letting you salvage valuable grav tech. It says this is a skill 1, so it's probably not that dangerous, but there's no time limit on it. So I don't need to accept this right now. Don't do it until you're ready to build the ship? Gotcha. Okay, we'll hold off on that. All right, I can see Subnato is trying to convert Arturo right now, which he's doing a very good job of, actually. He's losing a lot of certainty every time they talk. So it won't be hard to convert him. Right now, he's of, like, a raider ideology. Okay, let's open this stuff back up. We have a little bit of wood in storage. We're gonna need a lot more. So I think what we'll do first is chop all the wood that's in this build zone, because we're probably pretty obviously gonna need that chopped. And I need a prison. Even just a small one pretty early would be a good idea. Typically, I like the prison to be pretty close to where people sleep so that people are always kind of in the area and ready to go deal with a prison break. I also don't want the prison too close to where we keep weapons because I don't want prisoners breaking out to just immediately like raid an armory, you know, because that could easily go south fast. So, how do I want to work with this? Oh, what's Millie shooting at? A boar. Okay, cool. She's gonna bring home some meat. Sorry, just making sure that we can keep an eye on our food. Oh, cool. We have some of the rice in the freezer now. Okay, we can get a little bit of food variety. Who's the best cook again? I think it's Millie. She's just not cooking right now because we already have all the food we need cooked. Okay. All right, that feels good. That feels good. Okay, ritual opportunity soon. Which one? The Fargo Strut in 2 days and 12 hours. Fargo Strut. Light ball and ritual spot. We don't have a light ball yet. One component and some steel. We can do that. I guess we'll do it in here for now. I'll tell it to get built. And let's start putting in the walls for some of this housing. I'm starting off with just 3 rooms, enough that everyone here can have their own bedroom. Then we'll get a 4th one that we'll use temporarily as a prison. Sometimes, instead of a proper prison, you just want to use your spare bedrooms early on, because prisoners do like having their own cell rather than being in, like, communal housing. Also, it makes prison breaks less dangerous if they have their own cell. How do we plan on keeping food? Yes, we do have a freezer already. That's something we kind of rushed pretty early. In fact, I can expand that zone a little there. So we do have a freezer. We've got meat on ice. We've got some rice in there and stuff. We have some packaged survivor meals, which don't go bad with time. So we have options. We're doing pretty good. Supnato's working getting those walls up. Wooden walls are very quick to build, so that is convenient. Millie's hunting. She's converting Arturo. Cool. Big Game Boy is working on getting some of that heal root planted, which is very important for some kind of cheap, renewable medicine. It's the worst medicine in the game, but, you know, it's better than nothing. Frozen rice, yeah, we're keeping all of our food in there for now so it doesn't spoil. Now, rice can be kept out in room temperature, and it doesn't spoil for a really long time. So it's less important to keep the rice in there than it is to keep, like, our meat. The meat we need to keep on ice. Otherwise, it's only gonna last a few days. You're so used to playing Mountain Colonies? I used to play Mountain Colonies, like, several years ago, like 8 years ago. You should disallow eating the prepackaged meals since you have them in case shit hits the fan. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah. I'm gonna edit lavish meals to not allow survival meals. There. That way I can just tell them to manually eat it when need be. Now, prisoners. What are you allowed to eat? What's that under? Prisoner? No. Oh, here we go. He's allowed lavish. That's fine. Right now, we're set to just always cook to have 10 simple meals. And if we ever have less than 5, then she'll know to go cook again. I am a big fan of this option right here. Pause when satisfied, unpause at, and you pick a number. That ensures that she doesn't just go back to go cooking the millisecond we're below 10, because that'll waste a lot of travel time and waste a lot of her time. She'll instead only go back and batch cook when we are missing enough, you know? Gonna try and gain psychic powers at some point? Yeah, we're gonna try and do everything at some point. What's Big Game Boy doing? He's harvesting bamboo trees, okay. So he's already done planting the stuff up here. That was quick. Sweet. Right now he's just digging up stumps, cutting down trees, getting more wood, which is good because we need a lot of this. Needs to get done, although I'd rather he be cutting this stuff. Just because, you know, that's the build site. And the wood being right there makes Soup Nato's job a little easier. Just like playing these games but love watching them. That's how a lot of people are. They love watching this kind of game. They're just not a big fan of playing it themselves. Same with a lot of grand strategy games as well. All right, I should haul some of this junk out. We'll do a haul order on all of that. So there isn't like pieces of slag sitting in the bedrooms. Psychically deaf? Yeah, one of our people are psychically deaf. I think it's Millie. Yeah, greedy and psychically deaf. Deaf, not death. Easy for me to say. We're gonna get a horde of jungle animals in the colony? At some point, yeah. I'm gonna... Yeah, tell him to dig up those stumps. What's Game Boy doing? Oh, he's just eating on the floor, right? Because there's no table in here. I should probably put a little table in here just temporarily. Here we go. I'm gonna claim that, and we're gonna reinstall that right... Oh, fuck, I did not plan this out well. Ugh, whatever, just uninstall that for now. And that home zoned this, didn't it? Yeah, I don't need to home zone that. We'll just take the table for now so that we have it. I wish you could move passive coolers, but you can't. You gotta deconstruct it and reconstruct it. Otherwise, I'd move it one over and make room for a tiny table here. The thing is, our guys won't use this dining room because it's being used as a prison right now. Okay, doors. And Big Game Boy's working on cutting down those trees. Good. That puts a lot of wood in the area for Soup Nato to work with, who's currently busy uninstalling a table. That's fine. Oh, yeah, there needs to be a poll. Guys, what is the poll going to be today? You tell me. Where's my water? Oh, there's my water. Sorry, I moved it. Yeah, RimWorld's not that hard to get into. And on the easier difficulties especially. I think I missed in the previous stream, but what can our prisoner do, and are they worth recruiting? I mean, I'd like to recruit them. They might die of their infection first, though. They have a major infection. And they're building immunity. Oh, they are building immunity, I think, faster than the infection's going, as long as we really stay on top of it. So they might live. They're great at mining and shooting and crafting. So really, they're good at stuff that we're bad at. We would really like them to join. Right now, they're from a raider clan, so we're trying to convert them because we don't, you know, if they stay like a supremacist raider who thinks pain is virtue, I don't think they're going to get along well with us. So we are trying to fix that. Oh, the poll can be if he survives? I like that. Let me start poll. Will, what's his name? Arturo. There we go. And yes and no are the defaults, right? Yeah, cool. There you go. Now, I don't think that shows up on the stream. Oh, it kind of shows up on the stream, but I don't think the results show up on the stream. So I'll, like on the on-screen chat. So I'll let the audience who watches the recording later, I'll let them know, just verbally out loud, how that's going. What is the perfect meal to eat after a day of playing RimWorld? I say meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Well, I'm not a meatloaf guy. Mashed potatoes are fantastic. I don't know. Can you amputate the infected limb? I could. In an emergency scenario, I could, but I would also need to use medicine as, like, something to, kill the pain and, like, sedate him before the surgery. And that's the whole thing, is I don't want to use medicine on him. Come on, get that finished. There we go. Okay, so that's enclosed. We can put a roof on that. She gonna go rest? Oh, is it nighttime? Yeah, it's time for them to sleep. Okay. I'm gonna speed through the night now, because we already got all that planning done. Who's Arthur? What? There isn't an Arthur. It's Arturo. The prisoner. Did I spell it wrong? No, I spelled it right. Okay, what do we want to plan out next? Wouldn't be super hard to make a temple, although it's not really very high priority. Bigger storage wouldn't be a bad idea. A workshop really wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm kind of open to the idea of converting this into a workshop. We need to make it a lot bigger, mind you, because workshops need to be pretty spacious. Yeah, how's he doing so far? Major infection. His infection's a 75. Oh, immunity just hit 100. He developed immunity. Okay, so we don't need to worry about the infection. That actually went really well. I think it's because he's a waster. Don't wasters have a lot of resistance to diseases? Hunting, storage, research chapel. We should get research going, I agree. I think the research will have to be in here for now, but do we even have room in here for just a simple research bench? Conversion, yay! We don't have much room in here, that's for sure. Yeah. Maybe we'll put that in the rec room for a little while. Okay, now that he's been converted, we are going to start recruiting him to the colony. At least he's our ideologian now, so he'll be much more agreeable to us. He's not a raider anymore. Oh, we should grow some psychoid, you're right. We'll get started on that early. Probably just a small patch of it. Doesn't need to be anything too crazy yet. Okay, they've got the order. They can start growing it. Okay, Soupnado is working on getting these doors. Cool. Poor normal. I'm gonna move the normal one and then build new beds over where the poor ones were, hoping for better quality. We're also gonna need a power conduit. Because obviously this building is gonna need power. So, more build orders. Now, Millie Girl's not doing anything now, because she doesn't have any cooking to do, she doesn't have any butchering to do, she doesn't have any hunting to do. Her shooting's at 7. I kind of want her to just keep hunting, because I want her to build up her shooting skill a lot. Tortoises are pretty safe. I'm just going to mark a bunch of them. I don't know why I didn't mark that one, but whatever, this'll do. She's just hunting, not really because we need the meat right now, but mostly just to get her a lot of practice in shooting so that she's more ready when fights go down. Oh, good quality bed, nice. Supernado, I'd really like for you to finish those walls. This is one, that one's also good quality, sweet. There we go, and prioritize that too, just so you move it, thank you. And now she'll get that finished. Sweet, there we go. The first bedrooms are functional. No floor, but functional. And we'll go ahead and just drop down the walls for the next one as well, so that we can use it as a prison. Okay, Game Boy, what are you doing? You're hauling wood right now. That's a pretty good job. It looks like you already planted the plants. That's good. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, because we have a lot of orders here to do. Big Game Boy, I'm gonna need you to start hauling stuff for these walls so that Supernato's job is faster. So I'm gonna give him some manual orders here. This is gonna speed up her work a lot. Just having someone place all the ingredients there ahead of time. Hauling that to a shelf? Don't haul that to a shelf. Deliver that to where we're building. Sorry, they commented about what? Octopus. I don't know what that is, some kind of animal? I hear gunfire? Yeah, that's Millie, just out hunting. If we go over to Millie, yeah, she's hunting more tortoise. Game Boy's digging up some stumps. How about you haul the rest of that real quick? What's the quality of this bed? Awful quality? We can do better than that. All right, Big Game Boy, you can go deliver that. There, Supernado can get this building done much quicker now, because she doesn't need to haul the wood herself. Good, get in there. Not the tortoise. Look, the tortoise needed to die for the sake of shooting skill. Okay, you can clear that now, because you got most of it there. Yeah, Supernado can grab the rest. There we go, getting the roof put in. All right, yeah, harvest those stumps real quick, just so that we have a lot of wood in the area. And Supernato's gathering the rest of the wood. Sweet, that is perfect. Okay, we're gonna need bedside tables in there, because that increases the quality of your sleep. We're gonna need lighting in there. In fact, I'll put the lighting in first. Some wall lamps. Like that. Is that tortoise leather? Lizard skin. I think you get that from tortoises. All right, Big Game Boy, what are you up to now? You're back to just hauling stuff in general. Okay, well, that is still useful. Although, could you deliver some steel to the power conduit? How are we doing on steel? We could use a bit more. I know there was some on the map somewhere. There it is. Oh, there's a lot up here. Okay, we'll just do these ones. These ones first. Thank you. It's another little over 200 for us to bring in. How's Arturo doing? What's the certainty going to be after this? Offered a chance to think about xeno-humans. Encourage Arturo to ask about parties. Offer a chance for Arturo to discuss meeting new people. Ask to join. Resistance went down by about 1. Okay. Okay. Slowly working on it. What's Millie up to? Shooting a tortoise. That's a lot of blood up there. What's that from? Blood of peahen. That must be from one of the peahens that she was hunting earlier. Hauling 2 wood to a wooden bed. It's so little. I guess it's all it needed, though. Consuming a simple meal in the dark room, on the floor, in the dirt. Is that really where you want to eat? You couldn't just walk to it? Okay, whatever. Good quality. Okay, I'm going to set this one for prisoners. And this bed is going to be set for colonists, just so it's not assigned to them anymore. And Big Game Boy, I'm going to need you. Not assigned to wardening. Oh, it has to be a warden. Okay, Millie, go take him to his new room. And I'll be nice and put a floor in his room first. Big Game Boy's hauling the chunks out of the bedroom. That's good. We do need that done sooner or later. All right. Millie's escorting the prisoner to his new room. We're going to deconstruct the old bed because it's awful quality. We don't really want to reuse it for anything, so we may as well just get some of the wood back out of it. What's the point of the parrot? Our mascot. All right, Subnato's building. Good. How we doing on daylight? It's almost recreation time. Okay. There, Arturo's got his own room, which means this room can be used as a dining room again. Thank God. Actually, we never got to use it as one before, now that I think about it. Because the moment we had it built, we got attacked by that guy and took him prisoner in there. All right, she's back out hunting, but she's got rec time now. Yeah, she's just gonna go for a walk. That's fine. Whatever keeps her sane. Game Boy's hauling. Where is... Subnato is feeding Arturo. Okay, that is important. Yeah, gotta keep him fed. Starving prisoners are a great way to get them to prison break. If they think they're gonna die of starvation, they're usually more willing to kick down the door and try to escape. Ugh, the base is getting really dirty. If Millie Girl could clean, this wouldn't be such a big deal, but she's incapable of dumb labor, so she can't haul and she can't clean. Darn, we need to feed them? Yeah. And because they're not providing any labor to the group yet, but we need to spend labor time on getting the food and cooking them and feeding them, having a lot of prisoners can be difficult. Low mood can help with conversions, though, thanks to mental breakdown events. That's true. I would say it's more danger than it's worth, though, because people who are really happy are also more willing to not prison break and stay with you longer and cause less problems. Who else can clean good? So cleaning isn't really a skill in this game. Unlike real life, where it definitely is a skill you need to get good at. Cleaning in this game is more of a thing... God, this room is dirty. Cleaning is more of a thing of... movement speed, I guess, is the most important aspect. Because the progress bars on it are very small, so global work speed is not all that important for it, but movement speed is important because there's a lot of travel time involved. Like, yeah, clean that kitchen. Big Game Boy is the guy with the most time to go cleaning, but he is also hauling, and that is a very important job, you know? It's logistics. You need to get things to where they need to be. I like how the first light she put in is in a room where the wire isn't set up for it yet, and no one has a bed in there yet. Fleeing night, we have 2 days to accept this. They're being ambushed by a man-hunting rat! He's doomed. Was to be kept safe at Bad Street for a few hours. This is just a way to very easily get the beginning of honor, which is getting, basically getting cred with the local empire. They help you get nobles and royals and whatever, who can also use psi powers, which is indistinguishable from magic. It's essentially magic. Yeah, get that floor put in already. All right, Big Game Boy, what are you up to? You're gonna go play chess. That's cool. Millie is cooking some meals. Good, stay on top of that. I'm sorry, is this rated higher? That's important, whereas this is preferred. I should bump that to important as well. And maybe bump this down to preferred and this down to preferred. I want the rice put in here because it doesn't spoil quickly anyway, and it would make the cooking job faster if it's right next to the stove. That's why I like having some small shelves right next to the cooking area. That way they're traveling in and out of the freezer less often. I'm sorry, is the floor here set to important? Yeah, that can also be preferred. Okay, he's hauling steel. That is important. We need to get that hauled. Wish this game had carts. That would be kind of cool. Hauling wood. Sweet. I need to start putting some pathing in at some point so that we can walk faster outside. The soil does slow us down a little bit. Not a ton, but a bit. And there's also all these plants we have to kind of weave around, you know? Okay, research lab is something we shouldn't drag our feet on too much. We could even, like, move these beds out and do that, you know? Like, I could deconstruct these beds now. Once Supnado's done all of the construction that still needs doing, I'm gonna have her build more bedrooms, just so that we have more room for prisoners or people joining us. But first, we do have other things to do. You know, we need to get this construction done, we need to get our wiring done. I'd like to put in more flooring on the bedrooms to make them a little nicer. Cool. Hauling 8 wood. Ugh. It's a lot of movement for not a whole lot of work. That needs getting done. Having a stream hiccup? Ooh, I hope not. I haven't dropped any frames yet. Yeah, OBS doesn't say I've dropped any frames, so it might be on YouTube's end. Wild boar self-tamed. Mike Hitchman. Cool. Like having a wild boar. You can teach them to forage? That's new. Occasionally find berries, mushrooms, or food. That's new and very cool. Okay, I'm gonna tell him to go... Oh, he's... Right, that's a pen animal. I need to make a pen. Okay. Forgot they changed how boars work. I should figure out an area to fence off. Yeah, I should figure out an area to fence off. For now, we're just gonna make a small pen, but we're gonna fence off a much larger area later. Just something over here for now. There. It's ugly, but it'll do. And put a pen marker in there. Cool. I promise I'll only shoot if I'm bored. That might happen a lot. Okay, Supnado is working on the wiring and the lighting again. That's good. Although we don't have a wire going through here yet, so like that's not gonna work. Hauling the bed, that's good, because I want people sleeping in their own bedrooms. They're happier about that. Yeah, you used to be able to use boars as like attack boars. And it was pretty good for that. You can teach a crow to a parrot to attack. Not that useful. Cows joined. Ooh, a cow and a bull. That's awesome. We really need that pen then. Okay, Supnado. I know you want to haul that stuff, but instead do this. There. And I'm telling Big Game Boy to also go ahead and chop down the trees that are in the way of the fence. We need to get that fence up now. Because if you leave pen animals out too long, they start to wander away. Thankfully, wooden fences are very quick to build. And they don't cost many ingredients either. Cool. There's 3 new animals. Yeah, quickly, too. Okay, cool. Supnado's on top of this. Get that shit chopped. Thank you. And I get some wood in the area as well, because that was a really big tree. We can use that to construct more of this quicker. You always build my pens way too large. I mean, this is a really small pen. I'm gonna need a larger one than this. This is a quick thrown together thing so that they don't wander off. Oh, fuck, that's in the way. Big Game Boy's gonna have to deal with that after he eats. How close can you zoom in on the map? Only this close, but I have a mod that lets me zoom out more and zoom in more. It's turned off right now, and I'm not entirely sure why. I'm guessing I probably turned it off because it probably broke with the new mod or something. Oh, Big Game Boy tried to flirt with Supnado by impishly questioning her sense of responsibility. Supnado turned, wow, he's been hitting on both of them. All right, he's all, no. Haul to here, help build. It's much more important that we get this built. Get that delivered. Thank you. Supnado, you're gonna go eat a meal. That's fine. You can have a food break. All right, now he's hauling the leftover wood off. Good. Big Game Boy, you're hauling steel. Yeah, that needs to get done. It's the last bit of steel up there. I'll let him do it. We are pretty late in the day right now. Isn't there a 24-hour clock mode interface, right? Use 12-hour clock. Yeah, 8 p.m. Or 5 p.m., sorry. Oh, just over here it always says 24-hour. That's mildly annoying. Will the colonist breed eventually? Yes, babies exist now. All right, Big Game Boy's bringing back the steel. Supnado is finishing off the construction here, but that botched construction is going to cause some travel time. That's annoying. Oh, okay, good. Got it done. Cool. We have a pen now. Who is our animal tamer again? Who's good with animals? Work. Am I blind? Is it Handle? Yeah, it's Handle. It's Big Game Boy. Okay, cool. So he's got to go rope the animals and bring them into the pen. He is grabbing a meal for his inventory. That's perfectly fine. Isn't Big Game Boy like 50 and the others are in their 20s? He's 55, Millie is 26, Supnado is 26. Yeah, I see why they've been saying no. Oh, there we go. He just roped that cow. He's gonna go bring her over to the pen. Does the pen need doors? No, but it does need a fenced gate, which it has right here. All right, he's probably not going to rope some of these animals till tomorrow, but at least he got this one in. Supnado's getting that wire done. That'll bring electricity to the housing. There we go. There we go. We got a little bit of lighting in there. We're going to need that wire to go a little longer. Name that cow! Does anybody actually want that? Okay, so here's the thing. I like naming the animals, but these are pen animals. We're gonna have a lot of them, maybe. But I also understand that you might want to be named after one of the cows. Just because, one, who doesn't like cows? Two, it's literally our first cow and our first bull. You know, all of our cows and our bulls are gonna come from these two. Millie is actually 848, or did I misread that? Oh, some were frozen for a long time. Yeah, she's been alive for 840 years, but her actual age is 26 because the rest was in cryo sleep. There we go. The cow and the bull are in the pen. Do we have enough food here? Yep. Okay. More food is growing than they're eating, but not by much. And Big Game Boy's going for a walk. Okay, so he'll go rope the boar tomorrow. Okay, what's left for building? We had to build orders? Almost. A little bit of wiring left to do. So I should probably put down more build orders. And I'm thinking the next build order we need to do is flooring. So here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, it is raining. I'm gonna mark down all the trees in the pen for chopping so that more foliage can grow in for them to eat. We need the wood anyway. How's this ordered here? So handling is before plant cutting and growing. That's good, because that's more important. It's gonna leave the map. Hey, Big Game Boy, you gotta wake up early. Don't wander away. Okay, Big Game Boy, go rope it right now. Sorry about interrupting your meal. No, it's going, it's going. Come on, Game Boy. Oh, it hasn't left yet. Oh, I don't like how close it's getting to the edge of the map. No! Oh! Holy shit, that was close. Sorry, Game Boy, you're probably hungry right now. Yeah, you're really hungry right now. I think you just dropped your food on the floor. Yeah, you just left it on your chair. Holy shit, that was close. Well, that worked out. Okay. All right, getting the lighting done. Good. Now she's gonna go grab the meal off the floor, put it in her inventory. Fine. And she's gonna go haul some steel. Cool. Man, it's windy. My window's getting creaky. Ugh, this base is so gross. Ancient mech. I'm sorry. What is passing near the remnants of the ancient exostrainer mechanoid? Noticed intact transponder. Is that this thing? Oh, that's that thing, yeah. We know what that is. We can destroy that thing to get a transponder to call down some mechs so that we can learn how to become a mechanist. I think that's what they're called in this game, which are very cool, and we will be doing that, just not right now. What happened to this? Unconscious. Oh, shot its eye out. Okay, how did it even get back there? Did she shoot it yesterday and then go to bed and it's just been bleeding out overnight? Probably. Okay, Big Game Boy's finally getting some breakfast in. You know, at 10 a.m. He's been awake for like 4 hours already. He's probably starving. Speaking of starving, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat some mixed nuts, and I hope this is not too loud on the microphone. I don't like eating on stream, but I don't want a super short stream like yesterday's. Bed no longer assigned? Why? There we go. Beds are assigned. I hope I'm not too quiet over here. Is there a plan to build a spaceship and live on it, flying from place to place in space? I have no idea, because I don't know how anything in Odyssey works yet, and I don't want to be told. I want to experience it for myself, along with you guys. So tasty. Why are you streaming on Christmas? I'm not. All right, I'm gonna mark these stumps for polling as well. Ooh, harvesting rice plant, sweet. More food. Oh, we've already gone through all of our rice. Oh, thank you for the $2, Skimply. Hinda B, I hope you have a great day. Thank you. I'm having a pretty good day. How's your day going? Man, that on-screen text is fucked. Hey, how's Arturo doing?
Bet I can smash that.
Yeah, we need more labor. I agree. Quest expires in 16. I think I'm gonna say yes to this soon. Rainy thunderstorm is gonna make it hard to shoot, which is a little annoying, but still. Alright. I know you're trying to be helpful, Hand of Fate. I don't need to know any of that shit. I probably won't need to know any of that shit for 10 hours. Don't worry about it. Alright, we have a good amount of wood now. I'm gonna put in some flooring. What are you up to, Soup? Hauling for wood. Okay. Hey, milk! Right, I forgot cows give milk. Easy food. Oh, Millie's doing nothing again. Guess she's done hunting. Is she at 8 skill yet? Yeah, she's at 8 skill already. She's gaining shooting pretty quick. Okay. So, for the first noble, you only stop being able to do a bunch of jobs if you get a lot of honor and really rank up. But still, I don't really want to put on someone who's like, you know, I don't want to put on Big Game Boy. Although it might work. Here's the thing. He might gain some psi powers that'd be useful in combat. So he can't shoot, he can't do melee, but if he has some psi powers, maybe he could be helpful. At the same time, if he ranked up enough, he wouldn't be able to work with animals and plants anymore, and that's what he's best at. I kind of feel like Soup is a better choice. Yeah, I think we'll give the honor to Soup. Fleeing Knight, except for Soup NATO. There we go. This guy will join our crew for a short time. Word of love. What does this do? Speak about someone's romantic virtues while psychically suggesting to implant romantic desires for the listener. Interesting. I'm not going to use that, though. Ah! Lightning struck. Okay, hold on. Where's the thing for this? First of all, fix that. The second, there's a thing down here. Here it is. Automatic rebuild of areas destroyed in the home area. Yeah. I want to make sure that we repair stuff like that when it gets destroyed. Alright, we don't have a meditation spot yet, but then again, we don't really have anyone who needs it yet. There's the man hunting rat. Okay, Millie girl. You're eating a meal, okay. Eat faster. Okay, we're gonna worry about that in a minute. Supnado, get over here. Where is it? There it is. It's right there. Alright, dude, you stay out of the way. He's hauling. I appreciate he's doing some labor for us at least. Our hit chance is probably terrible. Yeah, because it's raining. Ah, oh, fuck. Okay. Just melee it. Come on, guys. At least it's missing, too. I'm gonna mark that as hunting. She'll just finish it off real quick. What is this? A group of beggars, including a child, are approaching looking for help. Their travelers begging for 30 silver. That's not much. They want silver so they can buy their friend back who was recently kidnapped. They'll move in after one day. Not part of any faction. If you wish, you can kill, arrest, sell, or harvest them without diplomatic consequence. There's a few of them. They look like tribals, I think. Guys, you want to, like, carry your kid? They believe in Dark Path. Our people should dominate all others. And they like living in the darkness. Interesting. Party! Oh, Subnato's throwing a party! The beggars can show up to the party. And the shuttle's right for this dude. Cool. I'll just tell him to go get in the shuttle right away. Tribal skins make good hats, Jesus. Yeah, I don't want to take a bunch of prisoners right now. I feel like that'd be really reckless, because we don't have much room to put them anywhere. And that would be a lot of prisoners with only 3 people to have to feed them and talk to them and stuff. How's everyone's mood? Oh, quest complete. Yay! She can do the ceremony at some point, which we're not really ready for. We don't have a throne room. But the freeholder title has been gained by Supnato. I'm sure she's happy about it. Yep, she's happy about it. Everyone's mood is pretty good. No one's mood is anywhere close to like a mental break or anything. Oh, and Arturo is now fully healed. He's finally recovered from his wounds. I mean, I say fully healed. He still has a scar on his neck, and he still has a wooden foot, obviously, but otherwise, he's doing pretty well. Beggars outside in the freezing rain while we're having a party. I think if I give a manual order, the person won't rejoin the party and the party gets canceled. I don't want that to happen. Oh, I don't like that. Is the rain gonna put it out? No, they're running over to go deal with it. Yeah, party's been called off. Okay, Millie, you're the talker, right? Oh, the one I have to talk to hasn't arrived yet. Because she's frail and has a bad back. So her moving is down to only 40%. And they just left her behind and she's 71. Wow, these guys are dicks. This is gonna be better than the last Fabulous Freebirds group. That's high praise. I think it's time I put in some more stools there. All right. I'm gonna tell Millie to go give that lady her 30 silver. We have 800. Silver is just like money in this game. It's just a common coinage. So 30 is very, very little. I was sleeping. Dude, I always know that I'm way too low on dietary fats when I eat some mixed nuts and it tastes like extra amazing. Sure gratitude. She shared with us a secret. There's a skill trainer on plants, guarded by 2 man-hunting prairie dogs, which are not dangerous. There may be an unknown threat. Where is it? Ooh, that's pretty far away from us. Oh yeah, I never really showed the world map, by the way. We're this one, obviously. We're on a dirt road here. It's kind of a dangerous area. We're in the middle of a jungle. There's a bunch of hostile Impid bases down south. And up north, there's those Wookiee dudes. Right by the Empire. 33 days left on that stash. Yeah, we need some mule animals, I agree. I like how when you super fast forward, it almost looks like the rain is going up. YouTube probably compresses the hell out of that, though. so much wood just sitting in the pen. Man, I'm so happy that you can't hear me eating these nuts. Because to me, it sounds super loud, but then again, one, I'm the one chewing them. And two, I'm wearing a headset, so, like, that's kind of insulating the noise, you know? But then I look over at my audio thing, and it's not even hitting the 30 mark. Or, sorry, the 60 mark. So there's no way you can hear that. YouTube watchers are like, there's a reading animation? Yeah, dude. You can tell there's something in my mouth, but no chewing? Yeah. Miss You on Haven Hearth? I still play it, like, almost every day. I got a village if you want to join. Okay. Is he hauling that? Good, he's hauling that. Yeah, dude, I made like 8 Haven and Hearth videos a month ago. I made a whole new guide on, like, hey, this is how you can go from starting the game as a solo player to being walled off and totally safe in, like, 7 days. With metal. So I miss me on the game. Yes. And if you miss you on the game, well, you should just keep playing the game. It's fun. It's free. It's on Steam now, too. Extra easy to get. It's got Steam Workshop support, so you can get Ender Client really easy and keep it updated really easy. Random question, but do the hearts on YouTube actually do anything? You mean the like button? Or do you mean, like, when a creator hearts a comment? New poll? We could do a new poll. Do you guys have any ideas for the new poll? Alright, it's time to start putting in more of these walls. The chat feature. I'm not sure what you mean. On live chat. I'm on live chat. I don't see any hearts. Will enemy name the animals, yes or no? That's not much of a poll. And I know, the purpose of the poll doesn't matter, because the real purpose of the poll is to increase engagement metrics. Which, by the way, if you like the stream, like literally hitting the like button, and also, if you vote on any poll, no matter what the poll says, that means that the stream gets pushed out to more new people, so there's more opportunities for new people to discover the stream. So if you are enjoying it, and you want more people in the chat, that's the only thing you can do to improve it. Literally the only thing you can do to make it so that the stream gets shown to the fucking people who subscribed to me is if people like the stream. I hate YouTube. I love YouTube as in my job. My job is awesome. I love my job. I hate YouTube, the platform, the company. That's, yeah. The art of YouTube, wonderful. The business of YouTube, awful. Does that make sense? Millie Girl told a childhood story of the community to Arturo. Millie Girl described finding friends to Arturo. Described pemmican to Arturo. We don't have any pemmican. Offered a chance for Arturo to think about community. Encouraged Arturo to find common ground around lunchtime. Asked Arturo to join. Resistance is down to 3.6. I think he's gonna join in the next few days. And Millie Girl's idle again. Well, what's there to hunt? A lot of monkeys. I don't really want her hunting a whole lot during the rain. She's not gonna hit anything. Although I guess she still gets skill even if she misses, I think. I think you get skill per shot and you get more skill if it hits, something like that. Paul, will we tame the gorilla? How dangerous is it to try and tame a gorilla? Let me check. There's a 10% chance it'll just maul you if you fail taming. That's, a concerning number, I'm gonna be honest. I could tame a bunch of macaw. I kinda want to. I'll mark 3 macaw for training. Or for taming. That'd be fun. Don't know how much we want to spend that labor. Just because it's a job for Game Boy to walk all around the map doing it, you know? Tame the boomalope? Boomalope are pretty sweet. They can be a little hard to manage, because if they die, they blow up. But at the same time, you can milk them for chem fuel. That is pretty cool. Mind you, we're not really reliant on chem fuel generators. We're in a jungle. We're not going to run out of wood, so wood fuel generators are going to be a really easy source of power. Could your first horse be named after me if you remember? I'm not letting people pick dibs on names. I don't think that'd be fair. Hunt what macaw? No, tame the macaw. Did I say hunt? I might have. Tiger. There's a 2-year-old tiger down there. They're kind of dangerous. When they get hungry, they might go after something smaller than them. Probably not us, but they could go after, like, one of our pet birds. Hey, we already tamed a macaw! Yay! No dibs, even if I pay money? And to be do you dream? Yes. That's like the #1 question anyone with aphantasia gets. Yes, people with aphantasia still have dreams. Also, when you ask, do you sleep in static or black screen? Aphantasia doesn't look like a black screen or static anyway. A better comparison with what my level of aphantasia looks like is, like looking at a bright light through welding goggles. That's the best explanation I've ever heard. Because I used to describe it as, you know, when you see a bright light by accident, or you look at the sun by accident or something, and you look away and you have that after image when you close your eyes. That's what trying to picture something looks like to me. But I have a friend who also has aphantasia, and I heard him describe it as looking at something through a welding mask, looking at a bright light through a welding mask, and I actually really like that comparison. That's a better description. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about people being able to pay to get dibs. Because on one hand, I get it, I have to monetize my show more, like I have bills to pay, I got rent to pay for me and for my mom. I got vet bills to pay. I got stuff like that. I don't want people's quality of living going down because I'm too proud to pay money or to accept money. You know what I mean? At the same time, I kind of like that everyone has equal chance of having someone named after them. You know what I mean? I can sell this poor steel knife I will never use for $1. I will do that. There's nothing I really want to buy from them. I'll just do that. What is this? Awoken Warriors. While talking with a trader, we learned of the location of an infamous company of mercenaries. These ancient soldiers are from a long-forgotten era in the planet's history. Recently awoken from sleeping and causing trouble in the area. An ancient captain and an ancient soldier. If you're able to capture or kill the leader, you can take a unique weapon. Oh god, they are really, really far away from us. I don't think that's happening. It's like there's not even a road there. We'd be trekking through a jungle. Yeah, that would take forever. See, I feel like it's a weird situation because, like, I don't like the idea of someone donating money and then being like, I get dibs now. And yet at the same time, if, like, Busby's donated unbelievable amounts to the stream, I would feel no problem whatsoever if Busby was here saying, hey, Busby, do you want dibs on, like, an animal or the next colonist or something as a little thank you? You know? And logically, those are not very different things, are they? And yet, I feel more okay with that than I do with just putting a price tag on it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Is Busby genuinely a millionaire? No, I think he's just unbelievably generous. As far as I know, he's just a normal guy. All right, let's home area all these macaws. Will we ever tame a tiger? I would like to. It'd be a hell of a pet. Yeah, as a thank you feels different to me than as a transaction, you know? Even though, like, at the end, it's not all that different. Not watched many of your streams live, but when I do, I've seen him send like 4K total. I think he sent a little more than that even. He sent like 500 American last stream. Now, I don't know exactly how that comes out to, because like obviously a Canadian that's worth more, but also YouTube takes a certain percentage, which used to be 30%. I don't know if it still is. I think it still is. You can probably Google that and get an answer. At the end of the stream, when I ended my stream yesterday, YouTube told me that the number was like 700 Canadian or something. I went to Google and I tried CAD to USD. I punched in whatever number it gave me, and it said I made like $498 or something. So I added that to the $3 donation that I got from someone else, and that's why the on-screen number says 501. That's just what the number came out to. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't actually think I'm gonna get that exact number YouTube told me. I'm probably gonna get like a little bit less than that, but it's the number that it gave me, so it's the most accurate thing I could go off of. Whoa! A meteorite chunk of limestone just landed right next to us. Jesus. All right. Cool, I guess. Dude's gotta be loaded? I legit don't think he's loaded. I think he's just unbelievably generous. All right, Big Game Boy doesn't have a job to do? There's no way. Oh, he's gonna go play chess, okay. Now, Millie Girl doesn't have a job to do, which is pretty typical for her. Tame war elephants. Yeah, hold on, what's the difficulty on that? Oh, they don't have a chance of mauling you. I think they might be a pen animal, though. And they probably need a lot of food. Probably. I'll mark 1 for taming for now. Just 1. Should I be scared I'm turning 30 this year? No. Turning 30 feels fine. I'm 33. $30 is not at all a scary number to turn. Some people think it's a very exciting number to turn. They're like, oh, dirty 30 or whatever, and then they have a party. I don't get that, but then again, I'm just not a party guy. I don't know, I guess my 30th birthday was a bummer because I was bedridden with health issues for months leading up to it, and then was also bedridden for my 30th birthday and for a couple months after. So I couldn't work, and I basically couldn't leave the bed. I could leave the bed a little bit. And I was miserable, and we didn't know what my health issues were. So, like, when I was turning 30, they still thought, oh, wow, they tamed that fast. At the time that I turned 30, they still thought that my health issue was my heart, which is scary. And I was still having a lot of chest pains and stuff. Now, it wasn't my heart. It was my neck giving me nerve problems that I've had ever since. That thankfully I have physiotherapy that helps with that now. At-home physiotherapy, that is. I only went to the physiotherapist for like 5 sessions because that shit was way too expensive. I couldn't keep that up. Hey, could you just clean a cell before you leave? Thank you. So yeah, my 30th wasn't such a hot 30, so I guess, I had a uniquely bad experience for that. Most of you guys probably had better 30th birthdays. But then again, I don't really celebrate my birthday. My birthday celebration for like 15 years has been I stream on my birthday and hang out with you guys. Go on the stream, I'll watch the rest tonight. I hope you have a nice day. I hope you've been enjoying the game. I want to say you were the guy who was saying either on the comments or in the chat earlier that the game looks really cool. I think you said that. It might have been someone else, sorry. What can an elephant do other than presumably crush? Let me just double check, see if it's changed. Ooh. Spaceship chunk, those are good. You can train it to do all kinds of things. Guarding, attacking, rescuing, hauling, and this is new, War Trumpet. Release a powerful roar, there's a chance that causes hostile humans and animals to tremble in fear, reducing their movement speed and manipulation. That's new. Oh my god, there's so many new things I didn't know. Like, animals have special moves. That is fucking cool. Okay, I want to train it in guard first, because I want it to, like, bodyguard us. Okay, I don't like it wandering in the houses, because it creates animal filth. Like it's doing right now. It's tracking animal filth, it's shitting all over, you know. I guess what I'll do is I'm gonna make a zone. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make a zone. This is just gonna be area 1, I guess, for now. And it's gonna be entirely indoors. Okay, this is gonna be indoors soon. It's just all of our indoor zones for now. Cool. And I want to manage areas. This one is going to be called... Is this rename? Yes. I almost typed rename. Indoors. I am going to copy that. This one is outdoors. And it will invert. Cool. And I'm going to set the elephant to outdoors only. Who's the most popular babyface in wrestling all time? That's kind of impossible to answer. Because you say all time. The definition of what's even a babyface has changed over time. Like, you gotta remember, pro wrestling as an art has existed for well over 100 years now. Like, you gotta break that down into, like, categories, countries, and eras to get any kind of a good answer there. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat a little bit. Apparently, elephants are potentially very good to have. They are. They are potentially really good to have, especially because they're herbivores. You don't need to, like, make special meals for them or anything. They can wander around outside and eat grass, and they're fine. And they are an absolute beast in combat, and you can train them in all kinds of things. Now, mind you, they're a little hard to train. There's a lot of food upkeep on kibble and stuff when you're training them. And you gotta keep them trained, which is, again, upkeep on kibble. But still, elephant's a fantastic, fantastic animal. I love that you can hear him every once in a while. Oh, I gotta name the elephant. All right, first name I see in the chat. It's Millie Girl. Okay, I'm gonna look away and then look back again. Retra. Retra? You're an elephant. I've always known you were an elephant. History of wrestling is wild and surprisingly dark. Well, that's the thing. It's not surprisingly dark. It depends on, like, what history you're talking about and what country. It's like you said the history of music is dark. Like, what do you mean? The history of television is dark. What do you mean? There's like 1 million television shows that are completely different, and so many of them aren't dark, you know? We're talking about an entire art form. Did you like the Iron Claw? I didn't watch it. I know all about the history of the Von Erichs, so I didn't really feel the need to watch, like, a dramatized movie of it. I heard it was good. Predator says, I'm pretty fucking big, true. Yeah, and you do have gigantic tusks. And whenever you speak, you make a big elephant noise, so like, yeah, it just made sense. The history of MDB is dark. I mean, some people say that. Yeah, I haven't heard it described as dark. I've heard it described as sad, which is unfortunate, because I don't think it is. I don't think my backstory is that tragic. Everybody has a backstory that's tragic if you look at it the right way. But in the end, it can't be that fucking tragic. I mean, I turned out fine. I was poor for a very long time, and I came from an unstable household. Is that really that crazy? Oh, and I have some disabilities. Is that really that dark? Is that really that crazy? I just said out loud that, and I bet you that applies to several people in the chat who just haven't brought it up. Lumi's tragic story is she's a foot lover, but since she's a fish, she doesn't have any feet. That's pretty tragic. That is pretty tragic. Oh yeah, Silver Chimera, aren't you blonde? Blonde, I have a question. And this is not pointed in any way, don't you go worrying. I'm genuinely curious. You like my tweets and you reply to my tweets frequently, but you're not following me on Twitter. Now, no judgment, of course. Nobody has to follow me on Twitter. I complain lots on Twitter. I understand why anyone wouldn't follow me on Twitter. Oh, Jesus. Hey, can you refuel? Oh, you won't do hauling. Hey, who's close by? Game Boy, can you go refuel the generator? Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, how the hell do you see my tweets? That was the question, you sounded like a call-out. No, it's not a call-out. No, I'm curious, how the hell do you see my tweets? You don't follow me, but, like, you like my tweets all the time, and you reply to my tweets all the time. And don't worry about slipped my mind. You do not need to follow me on Twitter. We have like 5 mutuals? Yeah, but like I don't see people's tweets that I don't follow. Well, okay, you know what? I do have like a Chrome extension that changes how Twitter works, so maybe that's it. Is it the Twitter page open in a tab always? Oh, you know what? You probably use the homepage tab thing where it's for you, right? Because the for you page shows you people you don't follow, but that you interact with. You know what? Okay, that answers it. Sorry, I have a thing where it never uses for you. I have literally gotten rid of the for you tab. My timeline is chronological like old Twitter. So I literally don't see people I don't follow unless they get retweeted. And like no one fucking retweets me. So I know it's not that. Use the homepage. Okay, there you go. That explains it. All right, are they sleeping yet? They will see. Oh, they're all meditating and stuff. Yeah, you're praying. You're playing chess by yourself. You're playing horseshoes in the pouring rain in the middle of the night. Yeah, the girl's got some weird habits, I gotta say. You guys want to be parrots, right? Like, I feel like anyone would want to be a parrot. Parrots are pretty cool. I'm gonna name this parrot after someone in the chat. First name I see. It's Black Fire, right? Or is it Black Fur? It's probably Black Fear? I mean, it's 1-4, so it's like leet. Hold on. Oh god, it scrolled. I don't want to spell this wrong. There we go. The wetness makes horseshoes harder to aim at the pole. That's true. Hey, if it's pitch black and pouring rain, I bet you horseshoes is way harder. Cool name for a bird, honestly. Yeah, kinda. When are we gonna get the new recruit? It should be soon, right? He's got a resistance of 1.6. He's gonna give in pretty soon. Oh yeah, we got all that building done. How's the wood supply? We got like 208 here. We can get a little more. Let's get it going. I'll put in that outer wall first so that they can roof it, and then I'll start putting in the individual rooms. Maybe I close this off soon just so that I can use it as like research. You know? It's door, something like that maybe? Yeah, that works. And we'll put down more chopping orders just in the general area so that there's a lot of wood laying around. Can we make it the hallway at least not pitch dark? Yeah, I'd like to put some lighting in there. There. We got a lot of construction orders very quickly, though, for only one person who knows how to build. Hey, Millie, can you... Oh, you can't clean the room. I'm so worried we're going to get food poisoning, because food poisoning makes you useless for a couple days. I wish XTO extended for mobile Chrome. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Oh, extended existed for mobile Chrome. Is that the name of the thing I use? I don't remember the name. Do we have stone cutting yet? No. Oh, we're getting another attack from Miasma Rig. It's one guy called Duncan. He's got a knife. It's awful quality. He's passable in melee combat. He's an artist, and he's a good shooter. He's beautiful, a pyromaniac, and chemically interested. I mean, chemically interested has got to be common for wasters. All right, Millie. Get ready. Soupnado. All right, where is he? He's getting kind of close. Okay. All right, Soupnado, get ready. We're fighting. Here he comes. Let's hope we can take him alive. I'll put an extra sleeping spot in there for now. Come on. Oh, we got a hit. Shot in the right arm. That's good. Careful, bird. Careful. Oh, he's attacking the macaw. He threw dirt in its eyes. That is the dirtiest move. He's a Blackfire, by the way. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll change the spelling. He's getting shot at by two people. He's already been hit in the arm, and he decides his priority, instead of closing distance with us or running away, is to throw pocket sand in the eyes of a random bird that's in his way. Holy shit. Oh. No, he's fighting the macaw. Oh, we got him. He's down, and he's still alive, too. Okay, Game Boy, capture him. We'll have Soupnado go right back to construction, because goddamn, there's a lot of constructing to do. Alright, how bad did we fuck this guy up? Hey, Soupnado, can you get the bed done as a top priority? What do you mean, missing? Is there really not enough on the ground? I guess. We need Big Game Boy cutting wood, then. Okay, Game Boy's immediately tending to the wounded. You know what? That is important. Clean the barracks real quick first. Less chance of an infection. He's got 12 hours before he bleeds out. We got him in the leg, arm. Yeah. Okay, Soupnado's gonna do it. Cool. That gives Big Game Boy time to chop more trees. Cool. We'll fix the spelling here while we're at it. There we go. Poor Macaw 2. Dead in 11 hours. Okay, hold on. Let's build a copy here. For medical. And the macaw will soon go over there to go lay down and be tended to. I can butcher, that's basically a doctor. Yeah, kinda. Maybe in old-timey times. Alright, we're getting a lot of wood here now. Attempting to recruit our turtle. Okay, after you're done that, though, build that wooden bed so that Duncan has a better spot to to rest. And then clean the barracks after. Duncan can walk. Good, good. Because he's bleeding all over the room. It's making it dirtier pretty quick. And obviously they don't like being in a bloody room. You know what? Build the bed here so that it's next to the end table. Makes the sleep quality better. Hey, recruitment attempts can begin on Arturo. That's awesome. Okay. That raid went pretty well. Early raids are typically not that dangerous, especially not on this difficulty. All right, Big Game Boy's cutting trees like crazy. Already got like 151 wood here. That's good, because again, there's a lot of wood that needs hauling and building with. Haul that wood. You know what I gotta be better about? Taking screenshots for the thumbnail. You know, something like right here. You know, I can hit that button. There we go. And maybe a little bit of this. Maybe. Wow, still haven't built that. We'll wait and see if we get other opportunities. I gotta be better about that. Because just surfing through the footage that I already have and getting screenshots that way, it's not easy in RimWorld. Hi, thumbnail. You're not gonna be in the thumbnail. I obviously crop out the overlay in the thumbnail. All right, Subnato's getting that built. Now this is gonna be probably a little hospital at some point, but this early on, I want a research bench in there. Because we need research. We're not doing any research yet. Hey, can Millie research? Yeah, actually she has a bit of an interest in that. She'd get better at it. That'd be something that Millie could do instead of sitting around all day. Oh, we have some eggs. Oh no, we have milk. It just has an egg-like picture, okay. We're gonna need to start growing more rice. I'm going to extend that zone. There we go. Because we're getting more mouths to feed, you know? We're blowing through the rice quick, whereas I'd like to have a stockpile in case something goes down. No, put us in the thumbnail. There's no way I could get you guys in the thumbnail and have it look any good at all. We demand to be recognized in the thumbnail as participants in making content. I mean, you are. That's why I have you guys on screen, is because you're a part of the show. Hey, Subnato, can you get this wall here done, please? Because then you could roof this whole area. Oh, there's like a tree in the way you gotta chop. That's why you've been holding off. Now get that shit done. Relaxing socially? Oh, it's relaxing socially time, I see. There you go. Are you still? Okay, you can do your own thing now, cool. What you doing? Stargazing, that's fine. You really want to lay in the swamp for that? All right, you weirdo. Has the macaw been tended to? It has, okay. Its stomach was destroyed, so digestion is at half. I gotta be honest, I didn't know you could digest without a stomach. Huh. Well, the macaw will live. That's what matters. Heat wave. Oh, it's gonna get fucking hot in here. Okay. Okay, I gotta fix the bedrooms, especially in here. Oh, we can get rid of that now, because he's got a bed he can sleep in. Build that, and then we need to put vents in the rooms. I just can't put that one in yet because it'll knock at the wall and make it not a prison anymore. So I gotta do that, and put a cooler in there, which is kind of expensive, but I want a real cooler. Okay, Subnato, I know you are about to go to bed, but get the cooler first because I don't want a prison break. That's 3 pieces of wood. Are you kidding me? Please go. That's 4 pieces of wood. Oh, you're dumb. You're so dumb. I think we're gonna just have to sleep through this first bit because you need to sleep. Yeah, I'm just gonna go tell her to sleep. I hope the heat wave doesn't get too bad overnight. Ooh, it's 31 Celsius, 32. Meteorite for compact steel. I guess the game has decided we don't have much steel, which is true, we don't. But we do have steel we can go pick up. 35. And the sun is coming up. It's only gonna get hotter with the sun coming up. Okay, Supernata, I know you stayed up late, but you gotta get up. We need labor. Okay, Millie Girl's talking to the prisoners. Good, keep him happy. Please get Arturo recruited today. It might happen right now. Cooking story with mushrooms. Asked Arturo about his stylishness. That might be what wins him over. Hey, you won him over! Wow. We got Arturo. Arturo versus Bio Lizard. Okay, let's set up some priorities here. Now, he's a good shooter, so definitely going to be hunting. Great at mining. So he's the first one who can really get some mining done. He's also good at crafting and smithing. So I'm going to let him do all of those. I think I'm actually happy with these priorities for now. Yeah, that'll do for now. That'll do. Whew! That feels good. That feels good. He's just sleeping on the floor in this building now. Yeah, we gotta get him a bedroom. So many things we need done. We need a builder. I know. Well, we have one. We have one. Supernado is our construction person. No one else is very good at it, and she's the only one with a passion for it. That's the problem. Ooh, Arturo is quite unhappy. He's sleeping in a really dirty room, too. Can you, like, just sweep this up real quick? Thank you. I'm gonna have his hauling priority lower so that he's more likely to clean. Yeah, it's getting really hot. It's fucking 40 degrees. It is sweltering. Millie Girl, what are you working on? Oh, no, wait. Soup Data, what are you doing? You're cutting a bamboo tree? No, go finish the cooler. So that the prisoner doesn't boil alive. He's getting heat stroke in there, I'm sure. He will be. There, he's got a passive cooler. Now, that might not even be enough. But it's a small room, so hopefully. Okay, that's all roofed up now. Good. This is all officially indoors. Let's expand the indoor section here to include that. All right. She's working on trying to get all this built. Good. Game Boy, what are you doing? You are hauling. That is still pretty important. Sowing the area? Okay, good. A monkey ate some rice, I guess. 40, it's 44 Celsius out there right now. This heat wave is nasty. Yeah, people are starting to get the beginnings of heat stroke. Okay, Subnado? Yeah, you gotta get the cooler done before anything else. And we need more steel as well. So I'm gonna mark all of that for pickup. So Game Boy can start hauling that to the storage room. Oh, they gabbed about tall people. Here we go. Now, how's our power? Power is still holding out just fine. Good. Game Boy, real quick. Refuel the generator. Last thing we want is it going out during this. And hauling wake up the shelf? No. You're hauling some steel. Because we're putting in vents and coolers. All right. Subnato's working on putting the vents in the room so that the cool air can spread throughout the bedrooms. Whew, that is a lot of work for one air conditioner, though. Okay, the prisoner's room is actually a perfectly fine temperature. It's hovering around 17 Celsius, which is fine. He's not going to get heat stroke. I'm going to put down more wood cutting orders because wood is super low again. Okay, Arturo, what are you up to? You're sleeping in a kitchen, which is actually a decent temperature, thankfully. Now, the dining room is a horrible temperature. Hey, Arturo, can you wake up and clean the kitchen? Thank you. All right, he's cleaning the base right now. That's nice. We need someone doing that. Arturo, you need a gun as well. I guess we're going to have to make a crafting spot. And we'll make like a short bow just so he has something. Arturo, what's your crafting skill again? 6, perfect. We need more wood. Okay, well, that'll have to wait. Big Game Boy's chopping trees right now. Subnado is hauling steel. Can you just do a full haul so you grab as much as you can carry while you're up there? Thank you. Rather than just grabbing 12 for a shelf. In Game Boy, instead of milking a cow, grab the last of the steel so we don't need to walk up there again. Major break risk, Arturo. He is very unhappy. Oh, they're getting unhappy that they don't have a Hakim. Hakim is kind of the spiritual leader. They need to be good at social, so I think Millie could be the Hakim. Right, we need a ritual for this, don't we? Can't join due to extreme temperature. Oof. Right. We don't have any ritual spot that's air conditioned well. This one's not too extreme. Yeah, we can do this. So we want it to be Millie becoming a Hakim. Yeah. We can do that. And the ritual will make them happy, too. There we go. Millie described her shortcomings. Not a good way to open. Offered thoughts on showing gratitude. Talked about improving the colony. Talked about her strength and how to leverage them. Discussed the future of the colony. Described decision-making under stress. Offered thoughts on showing gratitude. Spoke about her desire to serve the community. Talked about the importance of her new role. And talked about her new role in the community. Yay! We have Hakim now. Which will make the group a little happier. Arturo's eating a meal. Good. And he's sleeping on the floor again. Let's build another wooden bed in here just for the time being. Oh, man. Yeah. This knot in my back is getting bad. I rolled it out earlier with, what's it called? A lacrosse ball. It helped a lot, but oh fuck. Mad Rat. That's a terrible game. Just one lone rat again. Okay. Until it gets closer. Get these two. Get out there. We're fighting the Mad Rat. Wait, it's not Mad Rat, it's Bad Rats, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. All right, go back to what you're doing. Okay, I would love to stream way longer, but I am so fucking sore. Hi, Ma. Nobody who knows me calls me that. I'm an artist. I design custom graphics for streams. I know this sounds random, but I want to show you some of my recent designs. Maybe you can figure something out. All right. I don't want to assume you've never seen me before, but literally nobody calls me that at all. I work with artists, but my rules, I literally only work with artists who've watched my show fairly extensively. I've done full-time YouTube for 15 years now. My show is very unique and has a very unique feel to it. And I only really like working with artists who watch the show, Not because there aren't great artists who don't, obviously. Obviously, there's tons of incredibly talented artists who have never seen me before. But I only work with artists who are from the community because, they need to understand the feel of the show for the art to feel right. You know what I mean? And also, if you're just some random person who's never watched me before, then please don't go to random streams and then advertise yourself. Every YouTuber on the planet thinks that's tacky and shitty. But if you do watch me, then of course that does not apply to you and nothing against you. And if you just didn't know that YouTubers think that's tacky and shitty, then that's also nothing against you because I do not blame you for trying. Anyway, back to what I was saying a second ago, though. Oh, I'm getting really bad tension in my left shoulder blade right now. I gotta go stretch this out and deal with this. So I think now is a good time to end this. Again, the recording is gonna be up on the YouTube channel. It's in the live section for like a little bit on the main channel, I guess. Maybe I'll leave it there for a bit because it's monetized there. But like at the same time, I would prefer you watch it on the streaming channel because 1, the audio is better, 2, it cuts out the pre-stream so you can just enjoy the good part of the stream, and 3, the more watch time I get on that channel, the sooner I can get that channel monetized, so that works. Can you join my Discord? No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to join your Discord. If you were actually a viewer of the show, I think you would have told me by now. And again, I'm not interested in working with someone who is not like a member of the community who watches the show. You wouldn't be able to make the art that feels right for the show. And that is not a criticism of you as an artist. I bet you're a great artist. It's that you can't make art based on an art that you don't understand the appeal of. And you can't understand the appeal of something that you aren't a viewer of. Anyway, I'm going to save this now. We'll just save over at the Fabulous Freebirds V2. And I'm going to get going. I'm going to try my absolute best to get this up for you. This up for you guys in like a few hours. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.